KFSR and CMAC present the Central Valley Ledger, a public affairs program featuring stories from all over the Central Valley with Sevag Tateosian, 90.7 KFSR.
Welcome to the Central Valley Ledger. We're recording out of the beautiful downtown Fresno studios of the Community Media Access Collaborative, Fresno and Clovis, not too far from the newly opened Fulton Street. It's been a few months now. If you haven't come out to the Fulton Street, check out what is going on out there. And if you come out on Thursdays, you may see a friendly, familiar face. Naomi from Raw Fresno, welcome to the program.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a while.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Yes.
So I understand that you now, well, first let's backtrack and talk a little bit about you. Tell us about yourself.
Gosh, well, I'm just an entrepreneur. I love my life. I'm enjoying supporting downtown Fresno. And that all began with a tent that I was serving food out of at Kaiser Farmers Market, and then winning a contest for the downtown revitalization program that they had for Create It Here. And so I got 12 months free rent, and I've opened a restaurant now because of it.
So it starts with a tent and then
goes to a truck.
But when you were in the tent, were people because I know that right now raw foods, whole foods, they're very popular, very healthy. When you opened that tent, did people know a little bit about it?
No, not really. I mean, that's what it really is all about. And even to this day, it's about education. I have to actually give them a sample, let them taste it, and let them be wowed by the flavor and be astonished that, you're kidding me, this is raw? Or, wow, this really tastes good. That's their response usually.
How do you, a lot of people may not solely work on raw food. How do you come up with some of these recipes? I smell something right now and it smells delicious, by the way.
Thank you. So, well, when I went back to school, learning about living food is what we call it, because we don't heat anything over 118 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
We use a dehydrator to dry things. So we use nuts, seeds, fruits, and produce for different entrees. And so there's a combination for every recipe. It's 5 things. It's sweet, sour, sugary, tart, spicy. I can't remember exactly, but it's all those combinations. And when I was in the kitchen at the very beginning, 8 years ago, is when I really did all my research and made all my recipes.
So you also go to Kaiser at times. Talk about that.
Yeah, every Wednesday we go in our food truck, and the doctors come out, the patients come out, and then I just have followers that know that I'm parked there, and it's on the north side of town, so they love coming to pick up food. We're there from 9 in the morning all the way until 2. And in fact, Kaiser hires me every year to educate the physicians.
Nice. So that you from the tent, you go to a food truck, and the last time we were talking to you several years ago, you were in the food truck.
Yeah.
How did the transition happen from food truck to restaurant?
Well, I kind of jumped the gun, I guess, and like I said, there was a contest that was sent an email from Downtown Foundation that there was a Create It Here business plan. So for me, it was really interesting. When I got that email, I was thinking, wow, they really want me to open a restaurant right downtown. So it was almost like I assumed that I was just going to be given this restaurant, and I just went with that thought, and I continued to win. I was the top 10, I was the top 5, I was the top 3. I'm like, I'm really winning this.
At some point you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to win this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
So now you have the restaurant.
Yeah, we're inside the Galleria.
Okay, and much different than the food truck? I bet you the two are a little different.
Well, the truck, is smaller quarters, but we have to have a kitchen to prepare everything to put on the truck. So that's the reason why the restaurant is so important, is we were having to rent facilities to use to prepare these items and have the dehydrator on to dry our crackers and dry our Bucky granola bars, and store them in the refrigerator. You know, we can't get up at 2 a.m. and do everything and be ready to go at 8. There's things, our food are prepped, it takes 3 days to prep some of the things that we're making.
So people, what can they expect when they come to the restaurant and eat? Because are you finding, I guess let me backtrack and ask, are you finding people still hesitant about eating at Raw Fresno?
The people that come there have looked us up and found us.
They've done their research.
They're looking for plant-based food. We have a lot of people that stay in the hotels nearby downtown. There's a lot of performers for the convention center.
Yeah.
And then of course there's my followers that for the last 8 years, they live here and they desire to come to the restaurant because they know right where it's at now, and they won't have to chase me all over town looking for me and what day they're going to miss the truck. So it's convenient.
It is, and I'm so excited that when I heard that you opened the restaurant, because I've been following you in your career in this business, and years ago we had you as a guest. To watch you kind of grow has been kind of cool.
Aww.
You know, and it's good to see any business grow.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see you kind of grow, because I feel like, I interviewed you several years ago, and I'm kind of watching you from the sideline rooting.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and we need all the support we can get.
It's got to be tough, and it's got to be tough running a restaurant or food business in Fresno. Let's be serious. We're all on a budget. We all are, not all of us, but most of us are careful how we spend our money. So, sell me on why I should come eat at your place.
Right. That's really interesting that you say that, because some people come, like specifically visitors from out of town, and they come through 99 and know that it's available right there off the freeway or right near their hotel that they're going to stay in, and they try our food and it's like, wow, I wish you were in San Francisco, I wish you were in LA, wow, your prices are so low, this is so affordable. And then I have people that would come in and go, oh wow, this is too expensive, but my prices are really exactly the same as the restaurant next door or across the way. I don't know how to sell it to you other than the value of the local farm, fresh. There's no preservatives. Everything is made in-house. It's organic, and it's made with so much love that you can taste it and smell it when you walk in the restaurant.
Years ago I was never into whole foods or plant-based foods. I was like, all right, whatever, you know what? But, as my sister started getting into CrossFit and people around me started getting interested in, wholesome foods, now I'm are you finding that it's an addicting thing? Because now there are stores that I would never go to in the past.
Yeah.
Big stores. Now I'm finding myself once every week or once every couple of weeks, and I don't do all my shopping there, but
there's a few items that you need.
And I read the labels, and the labels look good. Is that important?
It is very important to read the labels. That's where I started. And my doctor said I had to go gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, vinegar-free, soy-free, yeast-free. Only eat what you make and do not buy any processed food.
Wow.
And I'm like, gosh, well, okay, I can make pico de gallo and guacamole with fresh items right now from the farmer's market, but I want a chip. And so I went to a big store and looked for a chip that I could eat. And there was only one that didn't have vinegar and one that didn't have sugar in it. And so that was kind of my staple until I went back to school and learned how to prepare more advanced items.
So here you've brought, first of all, I want to thank you, because you came last time and you brought some delicious food. So here we are with this granola bar that I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Tell us about it a little bit.
Well, we call that a Bucky, and it's a Bucky. And how we serve that is you can buy a bag of those for $8, or you can crumble it on top of this chia pudding for like granola, or how we serve it is it's like an open face sandwich. So I eat it for breakfast, and I put walnut butter on it. I strip a little blackstrap molasses and then fresh fruit on top, and pick it up and eat it like a little pizza. And it's very delicious. It needs, like, it's too dry for you to eat it. And it's very delicious. It needs, like, it's too dry for you to eat it like that.
But I mean, it's exactly like a granola bar, basically.
Yeah.
I taste nuts, something nutty.
So there's no nuts at all. It's all seeds.
Oh,
so it's a
there we go.
5 seed, and it's chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seed, sesame seed, flax seed, and then there's sprouted buckwheat groats. So it's a whole groat that we sprout, and that takes 3 days to sprout it before we even make it.
Oh, wow. So this thing, before you even started making it, it was 3 days. It took 3 days.
All of our items take about that much.
Where do you prepare it? Where do you sit?
At our restaurant,
Okay.
inside the gallery, our kitchen.
So if I were to come to your restaurant, would I get this by itself, or what complements this? You know, they say wine and cheese. In this case, what's the wine and cheese here?
Right. Well, again, it depends on if you are coming to have a breakfast and only wanting that one item. I would serve it to you, like I said, it would be an open face, or it would be called a brownie sandwich. And so our brownies are made with walnuts and dates and raw cacao powder, and it's a scoop, like a brownie scoop. Well, I make it into a little patty and put it the size of that. And then I would have the fruit and the walnut butter. It's just layered, and it's about that thick. So that's like a breakfast sandwich.
Wow.
So you wouldn't want anything else.
Yeah.
Really, it's so dense with nutrition, and it's just very filling.
You are listening to and watching the Central Valley Ledger on KFSR 90.7 and also the CMAC channels, Comcast 93 and AT&T 99. Our guest is our friend Naomi Hendrix from rawfresno.com. Naomi, now you're in a restaurant and you have the truck, so you're a very busy person.
Yes.
We just got done talking about this delicious granola bar looking item. I taste something sweet in there, so.
It has dates in there and cinnamon and some coconut chips also. And that's what sticks it all together.
And vitamins. So if I'm someone that is big on nutrition, vitamins, the health quality of food, what is this rich with?
Gosh, everything.
That's an easy question.
Yeah, everything that you can imagine. I mean, there's protein, there's good fats, there's C, D, B, A, you know, all of them. They're all in there. Omega-3s even.
Wow. How can people find out more information about, we have a lot more time, so don't think I'm ending the show, but you know, I might have gotten some people hungry here listening or watching this thing. How can people find out more information about it?
They can go on my website at rawfresno.com, and I have a shopping cart that you can just, you know, people might be afraid to push that little shopping basket, and it takes you to another square store, and it has the pictures of all of our food. And so they're not required to buy anything if they just go to look. They can look at these pictures and see what we have to offer, and they can see the prices. Or they can call me. I answer my phone. They can text me, and my phone number is on the website, or I can say it right now.
Say it.
It's 559-250-5292. And they can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. And but my website stays very current, and it shows every location that we're at.
You know, running a food truck and a restaurant is tough business. I give you a lot of credit for doing it. Every time I see you, you're energized, and you're eating some very quality food here. But what keeps you going? Because I'm telling you, I could see you in the morning, I could see you in the afternoon in downtown. You've got the smile on your face, and you're going off to your next thing.
Yeah. Gosh, you know, I really know that this is my path, and there's nothing else that I want to do. I can't imagine. It kind of is exciting. It's very exciting. It almost makes me cry about it. It's so rewarding. It's so beautiful. I know that I'm making an impact.
So tell us a little bit about the challenges of running your own business because, you know, there's a lot of glamour in owning a restaurant or a food truck. It's very like, wow, you know, this person has a restaurant or food truck. But that comes with challenges, correct?
Very much so.
A few. Name a few.
Employees are
Yeah.
one of them. The cost of the goods. I mean, like you said, it's very high quality. We don't cinch ourselves in any way. We only get the highest of quality. You know, local raw nuts are like a prime rib of steak for you or whoever eats meat. So I would say that, and then just the, you know, like they say, if you are a successful business person, you are working on your business, not for it. And so I try to find that balance, and because it is a lot of computer work. I want to say paperwork, but I don't do papers. So it's a lot of computer work, and I love Square. It does all of it for me.
So if I'm going to come to your restaurant, talk about budget. How much should I be budgeting if I'm going to come and get an average meal? I'm not talking the top of the line. I'm not talking the cheapest. What should I be budgeting for lunch?
Yeah, you could get a full complete meal for $12.
And that's not, you say that, and it's not bad considering what's in this product. See, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have cared. I would have got the cheapest, makes me full, I'm done.
Yeah.
As I get older now, I'm like, you know what? I'm paying a little extra for something, but it's better for me. Am I thinking right?
Exactly. You are paying for your health insurance.
That's a good way to put it.
That's eating the food that we eat is our health insurance. Even though I have very good health insurance, I go to the doctor once a year to get my blood drawn. And she says, which panels do you want to see? And I give her a list, and we do those and look at, and it's perfect every year for the last 8 years. So yeah, $12 is an entree. It's a combo meal, and it includes an entree, an appetizer of hummus and crackers, a dessert ball of coconut, a salted caramel coconut, or a chocolate brownie, and then a beverage also.
So I'm smelling something very good. As soon as you brought this food, I smelled it. And I don't want to guess what it is, but I think it's this salad. So what's in this salad that's making it smell so good? And it presents beautifully, very beautifully.
And you know, I usually put a little ranch dressing, which is our cashew ranch, and an avocado on top if it's an avocado season. So what that is our kale Caesar salad. This is the special for the day. It's called beans and greens. And so we slow cook. So all the things that we make are not raw. I mean, we do one cooked item every day. Well, two, I would say, because we have steel cut oats also that we slow cook. So we soak everything, and that breaks down the folic acid.
There's beans in there, and there's like cumin.
Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut.
Oh, the cumin is in the beans.
It tastes delicious. Again, what are the health qualities here?
Well, the sauerkraut on top is high in vitamin C, and that's a probiotic. So it's a good fermented foods, if you've heard of that.
Yes, yes.
It's very, very healthy for you to have fermented foods with every meal.
And why am I thinking cabbage and carrots and stuff? That comes fermented as well, correct?
Yes, that's what that is, cabbage and carrots.
Oh, okay, there we go. No wonder I liked it. I eat that at home.
Oh, good.
It has a very delicious taste for our audience members that, you know, haven't had it. Do you give samples at any time? I mean, if someone comes in and says, you know, I don't know if I'm going to like it, can you give me some samples?
It doesn't matter if we're out in the truck or the restaurant. Anybody can sample, and we always ask, you know, would you like to try something sweet or savory? And so we'll give them if they don't have a choice, I mean, if they don't choose what they would want, we just give them a cracker and hummus. And our hummus is bright yellow because we put turmeric in it.
Turmeric, I've heard, is very good for you.
For your inflammation and pain. And so, and then we soak and sprout our chickpeas. We don't cook them, so they're sprouted.
Wait, so I got to go back here because when I make hummus at home, I take raw chickpeas, I let them sit, and then I cook them, but
Yeah.
you don't cook them.
I don't cook them.
So it takes you a long time.
It's 3 days. Up to 5.
wonder. Yeah.
Sprouting. We sprout them.
And so the taste of your hummus must be more of that chickpea taste, correct?
It's the same as what, yeah, it just tastes, I mean, people love our hummus. I should have brought some. I forgot to bring
You know
that.
what? But that gives me a reason and an excuse to go
Oh,
see
good.
you in the
Oh,
near
good.
future because I'm
Yeah.
going to buy some of that hummus.
Great.
Because I love hummus.
Good. Yeah, it's, you know, the same ingredients as most hummus with the olive oil and tahini.
Yeah.
But the difference is we add the turmeric.
And the turmeric again.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is the stuff that my grandpa grew up eating, and he's been extremely healthy his whole life, and he's been very strong his whole life. And so I get excited because like this is the kind of stuff that growing up we would see him eat, and
Yeah.
at that time I didn't really know why he's eating this stuff, but as I get older I'm realizing that it's more and more healthier. So there's one more thing you brought, and this seems like the dessert. Am I correct?
It could be a dessert, it could be a breakfast. It's a chia pudding, and so that is with fresh coconut and coconut milk, and has our sprouted, has some blueberries.
I see blueberries, I'll see almonds, I see strawberries.
I'd like for you to try one of the almonds too. How is that so far?
That's delicious.
Thank you.
A chia seed, I mean there's,
It's high in omega-3s, so, you know, we don't have enough omega-3s in our life. And so you should eat chia every day, even if you just put some in your water and drink it every day, at least a couple times a day.
you know what I like about this is I mean it almost tastes like sweet, like an ice cream. You know, there's that very good flavor there. So what's the secret? I mean, how is this so healthy?
How is this so
could this
healthy?
be healthy? I mean,
It is.
really, like,
Yeah.
I could eat this instead of like ice cream
Yeah.
or a high in fat type of pudding.
Right.
So,
Because it has coconut milk in it. It has the sweetener is maple syrup, and maple syrup comes from the trees in Vermont. So it's essential minerals that we need in our body. So that's the only sweeteners we use is maple syrup and dates.
so is this the only dessert on the menu, or do you have
no,
other
we have
stuff?
cheesecakes, we have brownies, we have salted caramel coconut, we have key lime pie.
So, and if I came for desserts, is there like an iced tea or a coffee I can have with it?
Oh, absolutely. We have cold press coffee that we make.
Well, how did I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say
Really?
that because cold press is delicious. It takes time to do as well.
It's it takes overnight. I mean, yeah, you blend it and put it in a glass jar, and it just sits in the cold water overnight, and then you drain it the next day.
So we are running out of time, believe it or not. You've brought 3 items here. We have the Caesars. What is this called?
The beans and greens. It's on, yeah.
Okay.
Beans and greens.
And
That's
then
the Buc-ee's,
The Buc-ee's.
and
then-
that's chia pudding.
And whether they come to the restaurant or not, these types of items, why should we be eating these type of items?
Because it's choices that you are making to change your health.
And so how can people find out more information about you? How can they find your menu?
They can go online to rawfresno.com, and the menu is there. I'm thinking there's a picture of my menu up there, but then there's the online store that they can order online. They can have it delivered. We have a lunch club subscription they could subscribe to for a month of lunches for $144. They would have 3 meals a week delivered to their house or office, or they can save 50% and pay for a whole year. They can go to Christina's Natural Ranch Market and pick up food at the Grab and Go right there on First and Barstow.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're also growing a little bit and going to be adding food at the Fulton Coffee House right over here. The Fulton is
Yeah.
Coffee Street Coffee.
Yeah.
Fulton Street Coffee.
Wow.
Grab and go there.
congratulations. There are a lot of exciting things happening for Raw Fresno, and we're rooting for you. We
Thank
want to
you.
see you grow, and we want you to see you be successful. Lastly, why should people support local businesses like yours?
It helps the local economy, obviously, and supports our community right here in Fresno.
Naomi, we're out of time this week on the program. Thank you so much for bringing these items
Thank you.
and educating us about this kind of whole, raw, live foods, as you call it.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
It is correct.
Yeah.
Live food.
And it makes complete sense.
Yeah. I just want to say that I do teach classes also
Oh.
on how to prepare that every 2 weeks.
So
On
to add
Thursday.
to your busy schedule, now you also teach classes.
Yeah.
And where do you
At
teach?
the restaurant,
At the restaurant.
6:30 p.m.
Six-
bi-weekly on Thursday.
Okay. Well, if our audience members want to go and learn how to cook some of these delicious things,
Yeah.
they should check out rawfresno.com.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks.
That's all for this edition of the Central Valley Ledger. We've been recording out of the studios of the Community Media Access Collaborative, Fresno Clovis. Our guest has been Naomi Hendrix, Raw Fresno. She has had a food truck, she still does, and now she has a restaurant in downtown Fresno. Thank you to the volunteer crew that make this production and every production possible. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you also to our listeners listening to us on 90.7 FM, KFSR Fresno, and to those watching this broadcast on CMAC, Comcast 93 and AT&T 99. We hope you enjoyed this program about raw, live, whole foods. Tune in next week to a new edition.
KFSR and CMAC present the Central Valley Ledger every Sunday morning at 11:30. For a complete program schedule, visit kfsr.org.